Because I only have so few minutes with you, I want to start with, I'll avoid that and just say congratulations on the sequel. You did it again. Really fun movie. Bunch of questions. So I'm curious, was Mycroft not included because of Sam's schedule, or because you wanted to focus more on like the Sherlock and Enola relationship?
Well, it was Sam's schedule that became very clear. So Sam was not going to be in it. That obviously we were very sorry that Sam couldn't be in this one. He may be one if there was a future one. We would love to have him back, but that was just the practicalities of life. That then meant, though, that we had to then concentrate on Sherlock, which has some advantages in the sense and that it becomes a sharp pencil, if you like, if you're just having to work with that particular relationship. It had to be about Sherlock and Enola and coming together. So I guess there is some blessings in having less pieces because you can do more with what you have. But we love Sam. We absolutely love him. And we would love to have him again.
The ending of the film, without getting specific, sets up a lot. And I'm just curious because now that you've made one sequel, how much have you guys like sort of, when you were making this, how much were you sort of thinking about what could happen in the future?
I didn't think about it. I just try to tell the story as it was, because you're following your nose, you know. You can get yourself in a jam if you try to reverse engineer. You just got to follow the nose of the character, thinking, well, I'm going to be heading in this direction. It feels right to me. I did want to put her and we want to bring her and Sherlock together. I wanted to bring her and Tewkesbury together. I wanted them to be involved because of the case, not because of anything. The romance is incidental to her. It's a complete heart and head struggle. You know, she thinks she's not in love with Tewkesbury. She just thinks he's of use to her. And similarly, you know, she doesn't know how much he's becoming wrapped up in Sherlock's world. They just need each other. And that's why that's the story. It's the great stories of individuals in education plots, if you like. Our conscious selves lead us into the truth that we're hiding. So I don't know whether that's answering your question, but I don't know. Is it answering your question?
It went off. It went off a little bit, but it's totally okay. I was just curious. Man, I have a lot of other. Let me jump to something different. I like how this film weaves in real history, and can you sort of talk about bringing in real history and crossing it over into this world?
Yeah, it was so exciting. We did it in the first one with the Great Reform Act. This was, we wanted a story of, well, we saw and remembered, and I kind of dusted off my memory of the Match Girls factory strike. I thought, well, here's a story of sisterhood. Here's a story of going from a story that was about constitutional change to social and union change to industrial action. This was meaty stuff, and we were right at the heart of it, the very first strike by women for women. It meant that if that was where we were leading up to, we had to find a mystery within it, then that lost girl could take her into a story of sisterhood and cooperation. And that theme that we were working interested in right from the start in the sequel was going from I to we, a story of a girl with just on her own, just managing to learn at the age of 15 to stand on her own 2 feet, to someone who has to survive in the real world. And that involves not just being proud and individualistic and defensive, but learning to accept help and work with others to get what you need. That tied in with the real events of the Match Girl strike, which was politically relevant and also relevant to today. And it's kind of sickening and exciting to think that that's still going on. Women are still having to stand with each other. They're doing it in Iran right now to stand up as a group, and they can't work without each other, and they have to stand shoulder to shoulder. And that's a level of risk. It requires great courage. It takes courage to change. And that continued a theme that we had in the first film that the mother and exemplifies. So it worked a whole lot of strings together for us that made sense thematically.
On that note, I got to stop. I'm just going to say, I hope it's a huge hit and you get to make another.
God bless you. Thank you very much.